This guy's silly.
He's trying to gaslight you, Eli.
Go look up, it's not there. He's so silly.
No, he's trying to gaslight you.
I know. Shit, that was my dog.
Did it step on a bee?
Well, it just fell on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee.
My dog stepped on a bee? The fucking Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp fucking court case is a literal...
It was a joke.
It was a literal comedy.
I want to watch like all of it.
It's like genuinely entertaining.
Is it?
Yeah.
I saw this clip the other day of a witness who got called up, and like the Amber Heard's lawyer literally just said, "Oh, you're probably just defending Mr. Depp for clout, aren't you?" And then he said like, "Oh yeah, I could say the same thing about you defending Miss Heard."
Damn.
To her lawyer, and I thought that was funny as hell.
My dog stepped on a bee? Why did she say that in court?
Because she was so emotionally damaged that her dog.
She said my dog stepped on a bee, and then she made a fucking face.
Yeah, I know. It's that face that I don't think I'll ever get over.
Why did she make that face? My dog stepped on a bee.
Maybe it's been a while. Johnny Depp witness.
What do you do for a living? I produce esports events and
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have information that's helpful in this case, then you wouldn't be a witness, correct? Okay, you know this case is being televised, right? I am aware that there are cameras. And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in the target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now, are you aware that Mr. Depp's attorneys were well aware of the TRO?
That's the main clip. But it was the guy in the background. When he said that, there was a guy in the background who made the funniest fucking face. That case, man.
There's so many funny moments in the court case.
I mean, like, if Johnny Depp was being tried by murder on Amber Heard, that case would be even funnier.
Perfect. Hi.
I would just say the worse it would have been, the funnier. I don't know. It was clear that
I can't get over the fact that she went, my dog stepped on a bee.
You talking about
I've been over about an hour and a half of like pure court footage, which isn't as much as other people, I'm sure, and that's not even close to the full case. But there are so many moments where it's just like, what the fuck is she doing?
What is she talking about?
I know, like, she kept on saying, like, oh no, he hit me here, here, and here. And then Johnny Depp would pull up images.
I walked out of the bathroom,
from, like,
and then he slapped me in the face, and then I turned around to face him. Johnny, you just hit me.
Okay, your Johnny from last night was hilarious. The way you went, Johnny.
Johnny, you just hit me.
Really? You think?
You think?
It's just You slapped me right across the face, and then I turned around to face you.
Then I turned around and looked at him.
How do you slap someone in the face, and then you turn around to look at them? You have to have been looking at them already for them to slap you in the face. You just slapped her in the back of the
I
head.
never thought about the wording. Johnny, you just slapped me. And then I well, hear me out. Maybe she got slapped and turned around and turned back.
We
Like,
just does a fucking spin. Just gets fucking slapped in the face. Johnny, you just hit me.
just a slap. The slap was so powerful.
Spins her
around.
Johnny, you just hit me.
Johnny!
Like, I think the funniest of it all was when she, no, not the funniest, but she kept on for a good 30 minutes straight. She pulled up evidence and said, oh no, she hit me. But then, when you got pictures from a week later, there was no bruising, no nothing.
And then
Well,
they tried to cover that whole thing up for so long with the fucking Amica cream.
The what?
Okay, the whole thing was like, Amber Heard's lawyers were arguing that she was wearing makeup over the injuries.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. That
yeah.
was bullshit.
The
I
whole
didn't hear
Amica
about
cream.
that,
She was wearing Amica cream.
oh.
Right, Amica cream? Didn't exist
Yeah.
yet. Amica cream?
Purposely covers up.
It didn't exist yet. You're joking, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
You're shitting me, right?
I am pretty sure that's what happened.
There's no fucking way they would actually do that.
Bruh.
You're saying Amica cream?
Amica cream?
Sir, Amica cream didn't exist until 2020. This photo was taken in 2019. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that part where, like, a week later, they would have a picture of her and there'd be nothing. And she'd just be like, oh no, I put makeup on. I was so pretty. Because it was for an important event. And I will say one thing. I do not believe that Johnny Depp is not a crack addict. He's a fucking crack addict. He's on something. You don't get to be that funny than not be on drugs, you know? Johnny Depp's on something. You know? And I will say that towards her case. Johnny Depp was on something. It was a fucking toxic relationship for both of them. I'll put it like that entire trial. You know?
My dog stepped on a
It
bee.
was fucked up for all of them to do. They all fucked up. They both abused each other. You know? There's no getting out of it.
Yeah, it was a shitty relationship.
It was. They both abused each other. He was probably a drug addict. Whatever. It was a fucking AIDS relationship. Just move on. There's more evidence against you than there is against you.
I can't stop thinking about just fucking this Johnny, just the might of Johnny Depp's hand slaps her and spins her.
Just while you spin me, right? Just that's playing in the background. It was like a delayed spin as well. Like she did like a little half spin, and then she said, "Johnny."
Johnny.
Turned around. You just hit me.
You just hit me.
That court case, man.
So either one, Johnny slapped her in the face and she did a little spin.
Yeah.
Johnny just like vibe checked her and slapped her in the back of the head. Or the whole incident is staged and Amber Heard is lying. What do you think's more likely?
Johnny Depp spinning around. I have
No doubt about it.
no doubt that that man is powerful enough. He's a big guy.
Hmm. He could, but would he?
I don't even think he slapped her in the first place. I don't think that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I think this entire court case was silly.
Really? You know the guy named fucking Mr. Rottenborn?
No.
Okay, so there's this guy on Amber Heard's team
Oh god.
named like Mr. Rottenborn, and every single time Johnny says his name, he emphasizes rotten. I can hear it.
Wait, what was his name again?
Mr. Rottenborn.
Mr.
Rottenborn.
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 Like every
Wow.
time he says it.
Johnny Depp is a national treasure.
Mr. Rottenborn's one of the people that constantly object. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
it's always objection.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Objection.
Objection relevance. Objection hearsay.
I don't even know what the fuck that one means. I don't know what catfish is.
It's his favorite one.
Hearsay? What the fuck even is that?
I think I know.
Can we
All I know is
guys-
it's his favorite.
His
Yeah.
absolute favorite?
Mm-hmm. It got to the point where Johnny Depp started predicting when he was gonna do it.
Like, you just counted down 3, 2, 1. Objection, hearsay.
I'm really trying to think about what objection hearsay means.
Just Google it.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
a good idea. Liam's missing all of his content, you know. What a sad, sad time.
I remember the whole Amber Heard shit the bed thing.
What? I don't remember that one.
Okay,
When did... I
Amber
kinda
Heard?
remember it.
okay. Amber Heard was pissed off at Johnny, so she shit on
Oh,
his side
yeah.
of the bed, and then blamed it on the dogs.
Was that proven or was that just speculation?
Well, Johnny said it was, so I'm gonna believe Johnny.
That's probably fair. That's fucking silly.
That is pretty silly.
Imagine he didn't even own a dog. Like,
It was a dog.
Johnny owned a dog. We don't own a dog.
We don't have a dog, bitch.
There was no dog in sight. They just with the makeup, they haven't bought their dog yet.
They just don't have the dog yet.
Concerned. You're 5 years early on that dog.
And okay, like they have to refer to it as like some specific thing. They can't just say, because this is a court. They can't just say she shit the bed. They call it like the fecal incident.
Feces were expelled on this right side of the bed.
Amber Heard shit in the bed.
When he could have just said Amber Heard shit the bed.
judge on that case must have had a field day.
Mhm.
Had a fucking great time.
It had to have been. Just the funnest fucking case in history.
I also find it kind of funny, like, you know how she's explaining stuff that leads up to my dog stepped on a bee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That entire time, I just find it funny how she's, like, on the brink of tears. Like, so we went...
My dog stepped on a bee.
We were, walking, and, my dog stepped on a bee. And after that...
No, it was because she was trying to do it because she was saying like, oh no, Johnny made it. She was out with friends to get away from Johnny, and that's why her dog got hurt. So Johnny.
Oh, that's... How dare he?
I know.
Okay, so in court, like, I think one time Johnny and Amber got like too close to each other accidentally, and like Amber looked at Johnny and then like stumbled backwards, like pretending to be scared. But there was like another clip where like Amber almost accidentally got in the same car as Johnny, and she just walked away laughing.
So she's clearly not scared of him.
Yeah.
Which
It was something played off in front of the camera. She probably didn't know there was a camera the second time.
Well, yeah. The
Yeah,
paparazzi.
yeah. That's the thing with court cases like these. Every action you make, your sleeping is probably going to be found a way to use against you. With a court case this big, you know?
Or, your lack of sleep and what you do in a bed, like take a shit.
You wanna know something funny
He was
that
in the
I,
shower when that happened, right? He came out and he just finds some fucking shit on his bed.
Fucking probably.
Okay, so I came up with this thing for Amber Heard. It's kind of like an insult, but I said, Amber Heard is the type of person to yell, "Help! Help! He hit me!" when this guy initiates a handshake when they first met.
She kind of is.
Like, she, like, voluntarily shakes his hand as well, and then she's like, "Help! Help! He hit me!"
This court case was just silly overall.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny though.
It was.
Yeah.
It had to probably be like one of the top 10 funniest court cases ever.
Yeah.
Mr. Rottenborn.
Rottenborn.
What a terrible name. Rottenborn.
That's gotta mean some. That sounds like a word in German.
His name is literally an insult.
Yeah.
Didn't one guy, like, object on his own question?
Yeah, yeah.
It was probably Rottenborn.
That was one of Heard's lawyers.
It was probably Rottenborn, since he likes to object on everything.
I could not believe that this court case could possibly be this silly. I thought court was like meant to be boring. Like, man, I wish I was jury on this case, you know? Like, That has to be top 10 times to be jury. You guys up?
Hmm.
I wasn't sure if you can hear me. Because my mic's been working. Come on, PJ. God damn it.
A mega pint.
How big was the shit?
What?
How big was the shit?
I don't know.
We don't have images?
Probably not.
Damn it.
Amber Heard's crying is so fake, and you can just tell.
Everything about her is fake.
Yeah, but just look at her face. She's literally crying without tears.
Yeah. She's not a very good actor.
Damn. My dog fell out of a tree.
Being charged for murder on the 3rd degree?
We're pirates, we be taking over the sea.
Shame I can't have any more tea.
No tea, no bacon, no bitches.
No tea, no. No tea?
No tea.
No tea?
No dog stepping on a bee.
No dog to shit? No dog?
No dog shit the bed. That was Amber.
Wait, what? What?
Well, I mean, actually, she wasn't wrong. A dog did shit the bed. A bitch shit the bed. So she wasn't entirely wrong.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Just have some faith. I'm gonna go BRB for a little bit. Not for long though.